Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. Okay, guys, thanks to and welcome to all of the new subscribers who have joined our merry tribe, and thank you to that person who is going back into our playlists and watching Below Deck. Thank you. They even left a few comments, which was really cute. Thank you. I have to respond, but we appreciate it. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Today on the docket, we have Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 3 Am I My Brother's Keeper? No, you are not, especially if you were not invited to the wedding that we cannot talk about.
This is sad. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
Because you set us up to be in the fall of 2022.
No, we
Okay.
started in December.
Hmm?
Remember, Janelle said right after the fight with Cody.
Remember though. Hold on. I'm telling what the production team told us. So that's where I'm going.
Mhm.
So basically, y'all putting us in the fall of 2022.
Mhm.
Y'all think that gives y'all license to jump around within the fall of 2022? Because how you gonna have us in December, then take us back
Mhm.
to October? I was just
Mhm.
like, and then you have Robin being delusional. I can't. I, 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 I just it's just like what like we said like Mary,
Mhm.
Janelle, and Christine seem to all be within the same realm of recollection, while Robin's clearly like way like on Saturn or something. Because the way she's acting, like, oh my god, I'm just so devastated with these like relationships. I'm like, what relationships and where? With who relationship? Like she's trying to like her and Christine had this relationship, like, I'm really just devastated that, the relationships are where they are. I'm like, you had no relationship. What are you talking about? You were trying to brainwash allegedly McKelty. Like she was like, and you were only bonded to McKelty because she gave you free babysitting services. Shut up. Stop. Delusional.
Yeah, because we've already seen December of 2022, but yet we've gone back to October. And remind me, did McKelty give birth before the wedding or after the wedding? I think it was before, right?
I, I think after on. Let
No,
me go
but
Google.
on the show, it seemed like they showed her
Oh,
birth
it was
before the
after
wedding.
the wedding. After the wedding.
She actually gave birth after the wedding because she couldn't go to the wedding because she was on bed rest. But on the show, the episode last night, what did they show first? Her giving birth or the wedding?
The wedding was first
Okay,
on
alrighty. So
on
at
the show. Can
least
remember because we ended with them her having the procedure and them taking the twins home and Avalon trying to beat up the twins.
she was not. I, I swear, Robin scared that child more than she was doing anything to the baby. Okay, I'm not a parent, so I shouldn't make such harsh judgments. But I don't think Avalon was doing anything other than what a toddler should do.
Uh,
And I think the
right. She
introduction
was to
of
me.
the baby to
She was a
to
little more
Avalon was a
explorative.
little off. But they should have like even what's her name? McKelty when she was on the couch and had Avalon next to her. No one so, Avalon should have been in somebody's lap and then they put the baby on top of Avalon with the parent whose lap she's in is holding the baby because that kid cannot support a baby's neck.
Right. Okay. Okay. This is why I don't like going on the internet and looking up things. Okay. So according to the
Mhm.
Google Schmoogle, it says here McKelty's twins Archer and Ace were both born via C-section on November 17th, 2022. She
Right.
also welcomed. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I just said right. Yeah.
Okay, and then but it said I didn't realize Avalon was only one when the twins were born. She just seems like like she's gonna be a tall young lady because she looks like height wise older than one.
Mhm. Well, Peyton and all of Christine's girls are pretty tall.
Yeah, and then I hate to do this, and this is me giving a compliment, but shout out to Tony and his fresh press. His hair looked real nice in the confessional. That's all I got for him this episode.
What?
That was a good. He has hair. You see his hair. His hair had a nice press with a good oil. That's all I have for Tony in this episode. But I wanted to mention him as the father, though.
Okay. I have nothing to add. I could give
What?
two shits about Tony. I really couldn't because he's not my cup of tea and never has been.
Yeah, you've never. Well, see, you're mad at Tony because I guess he gave up his job to be a gamer,
No,
and you said
I'm
that's
mad
not a
at
real job.
Tony when he said, "Mortgage y'all home so we can get 400 fucking tacos at my wedding."
That too.
So this is deep. I have nothing to say to Tony or about Tony or anything, but congratulations that you found something nice because it wasn't coming from this
Hey,
end.
thank you, see, Ryan understands. Ryan understands. So Ryan says. So Tony had a nice blowout. Yes, the blowout
Okay.
fresh press was on point with the like I said with the good hot oil. But anywho, like this whole episode was just kind of a snooze fest. And here's the reason why. And this is the
Mhm.
problem with how they filmed this show. Now I want to go
Mhm.
back a little bit. Didn't this show used to film like every 6 months back in the day? Like somewhere in there.
I think
Like
when it was only a 30-minute show, we used to get it twice a year.
okay, so I always
Mhm.
felt like with the show we were up to date when I was watching it back then. Now today, like you said, like the timeline was going to be a problem, and this is to me this is the first episode where this is really a problem because of how much time has passed in real time. I'm not interested in
Mhm.
these things because we know they've already happened.
Mhm. Here's my thing on this. I agree with you. We already know that this has happened. And we didn't well, I personally did not care that much when it happened in the first place. So
True, we didn't.
I could care even less about it now. I am very angry and growing angrier with every episode. And I think TLC is doing this on purpose. You seem to be hearing a sort of rational version from the OG3 as to what happened throughout their breakups. And then you get Robin, who's putting forward revisionist history. And stupid me, someone dropped me on my head and I can't remember, or I just didn't see, or I don't know what's going on here. The children are at fault. All of this crap that's just as a parent, I wonder, like, what? Um, then we go over to Earth 2 to visit Cody and his selfish, self-centered ramblings, and I get mental whiplash in this episode. Not only are the clips so close together, the variations of the storytelling, it
Yes,
is exhausting. Said in all of my Brooklyn accent, it's exhausting.
and you know exhausted, and when you have the way they edit it together, the clips, when you have Robin saying one thing And then Janelle in the next clip saying that's some bullshit. It's like, huh? And they're not close together. They're very far apart. And I'm talking specifically about the clip of Janelle saying like about how it was where the when Robin came into the family. It was those clips. I think it was Robin, Janelle, and Christine. It was those three, like those three. And
Mm-hmm.
Robin was trying to make it out like that her kids weren't really like welcomed, blah 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 blah. Now, to Cody's minuscule credit, minuscule, he did say, well, each wife coming into the family was a challenge. So, which
Mm-hmm.
refuted the narrative Robin was trying to put out. Robin always tries to make it seem like the other wives like were against her children. It's never about
Mm-hmm.
the OG3 having an issue with her. And I've noticed that as this has gone on, it's always about she's always trying to make it about them not liking her children. And to me, she's trying to garner sympathy from the audience. Like, well, Robin, some of us have watched the show for in and out for quite a bit, and we've seen her action these last couple of seasons. Let's not play games here. It has nothing to do with your children. It has everything to do with you. So then you go from her, then you go to Christine explaining how, the integration was going and this, and that, and yada, 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 and how they were a good family a couple years ago. And then you have Janelle come in. And I know I'm skipping around the clips, but the editing to me was kind of bad. I'm just remembering it in the way I think it should go. Then you have Janelle coming in and say, you know what? I just think it was bad parenting on their part in the way they handled it, the integration. I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
you said it, and you said it plainly. You know what I mean?
And
Because
then on top of
go ahead.
that, on top of that, you then have the production who's slipping in that good baked bean footage, contradicting what's being said by certain parties. And that
Right,
also contributes to the whiplash because we can't even decide on the two of them because then we're reminded of what we saw. And then we're like,
right,
wait, babe, hold up. Because you got Robin over there saying that my kids were never accepted in the family, and she's saying that because she can never blame herself. She can't take
exactly.
accountability for anything, so she's putting it on her kids. This is mom is putting it on her kids. And then we see the footage of all of the kids together, all 18 of them together.
Right,
We know that Christine had an open door policy at her home where her anybody could come over to her home.
right.
Mary, even the one that had the anger issues to some of the kids, all of the major holidays were always held over at Mary's house until Robin took that away. Just saying. And Janelle kids go everywhere because
Every
why? Janelle ain't got no time for that because she was working.
right. Janelle, like just go wherever you want to and be safe, and text me when
Yeah.
you get it.
Well, no, don't text me. Text Christine. She'll let me know.
Right. But it was just so. I was sitting here watching it, like these. If TLC had edited this better, it would have been so much more insightful. But the way they pieced this together, it just doesn't work from a viewer standpoint. You would really have to know this family and watch them for seasons to understand what's going on here.
Yeah, it's just not adding up. And I think it's frustrating. And now it's getting even worse because now we've spent 2 seasons of Cody blaming everybody for the destruction of his family. Da, da, da. You notice in the past 2 episodes, 2 or 3 episodes, he's now saying, well, maybe I should have handled things differently with Christine and maybe like ended as friends and we wouldn't have had this. You think? If you had acted
Okay,
like a rational, grown, mature adult, I'm
okay.
sorry.
What did you think about him saying, I don't know why Janelle and I can't reconcile? I'm just like, what? Huh? You haven't figured it out yet. Okay.
And And last week he was saying he want Mary to just go away, and this week he want to be friends. Can I sue this show for workman's comp? Something.
For real. Now let's go back to dissecting these sides because they're sides now. Clearly, the
Yes.
way. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Hold
ahead.
on. Okay, so Ryan says he's such a narcissist making his son's wedding about him. Popside did a really good analysis of Cody's behavior this episode, and it was totally adolescent. Yes, I saw it. Did anybody else see it, right? Besides me and
No.
Ryan? Tune
Mm-mm.
back into him because not only is he doing the reviews with his wife, one of their shows they're going to be giving away prizes for trivia or sister wives. So all of y'all that know all of this good stuff, go over there and win some good prizes. It's his merch. But he did a very good analysis of Cody's behavior in this episode, and I was in agreement with everything. Thank you, Ryan. Go ahead, Jamal. Sorry.
So we know there's clear sides here. Now I just kind of want to dissect this a little bit because I want some thoughts on this because it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The verbiage between Mary, Janelle, and Christine. I'm going to start with those three.
Mm-hmm.
The way they're talking very vaguely about interacting, especially when it comes down to Mary and the other two. Like Mary said, I went to the event, and some people were like acknowledged me and wanted to hang out with me. So those are the people I hung out with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Christine and Janelle always reference each other. They
Mm-hmm.
reference Mary
Mm-hmm.
easily. Mary doesn't like reference them, and part of me wonders have they been talking behind the scenes and aren't trying to put that to the public? And I only say that because over the last say 2 seasons, like I said, like we said, Christine was already out, right? Christine had been like put the pieces together. This is what it is. Boom, I'm good. Janelle was coming out of her fog, and she's out now.
Mm-hmm.
Mary finally sees all the playback in her face,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's out. I keep wondering have they all made their peace with each other? Particularly, I'm talking about more so Mary with Christine and Janelle, to where they're working together behind the scenes. And I say that, like I said, Mary doesn't reference them like freely like they do, like Christine and Janelle do each other. So I keep wondering if Mary is working with them behind Robin and Cody's back, but she's just not trying to let them know because it's her turnaround has been stark. Like Janelle came out of the fog, let's be honest, but Mary just seemed
Mm-hmm.
came out of it like that, like instantly. Like once she saw it, she was good.
Mm-hmm. I
I'm
think the
like,
confessionals helped snap Mary out of it. Like I
okay,
think she started like really watching what was being said because if you notice on her social media, like when Cody went and said that stuff about how um he offered her gum and she was like, I don't like spearmint. And she went straight to social media and put a pack of spearmint gum in the trash or something like that. Like she's
mhm,
finally watching and
okay,
reacting. And I do believe that the OG3 have somewhat come together. And here's why. Okay, so the confessionals we know are more up to date. And
yes,
remember what Janelle said in her confessional? When it came to the Coyote Pass land, she wanted to make sure that Mary got her fair share.
right,
And then I think that they're working together, trying, like I said this before, I think they're trying to get bought out or get their fair parcel uh, and leave the rest for Cody and Robin. But they also want, well, Janelle says she wanted her money, some of her money back from the
yes,
down payment of the McMansion. And I bet you that is also in lockstep with Mary. I bet you anything that Christine is trying to help them by doing this lawsuit with regards to custody and child support of Truly. And someone else had mentioned that she probably waited also until Truly was 14 because in the Utah court system, they allow 14 and up to give, like, to discuss with the court who they prefer to be with.
Got it. Okay.
So I think the OG3 are linking together. Like, I think they are the only three rational adults on this show, excluding the older children. So I think that they have realized that if they want to come out of this, because Janelle said Coyote Pass is the only thing that her and Mary are taking out of this marriage.
Right.
So they're going to fight for it. They were in it for 30 years. They knew how to work together previously. They can do it again. They just need a common cause. Previously, it was the children. Now it's rinsing out Cody Brown.
Exactly. I want to go back to the comments real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Canadian Black Queen, welcome, says if you remember when Robin and Cody announced they were having their second child, the family was negative about unkind even. Lena says he's been saying he should do things different with Christine since that trip to Galveston with the therapist, literally back in Vegas. True. Tracy's
But
here for the class action lawsuit.
the reaction to the second baby, honestly, they didn't have a great reaction to the first one either because them kids were teenagers, hormonal, and they were like, y'all spitting out more kids? Who gonna take care of them?
Right. And Ryan says, Lena, we know damn well Ariella was only parroting what she heard her parents say about Chris.
Yes.
Exactly.
I
That
thought it was
girl,
rude, and I agree with Janelle. Bad parenting.
that girl said he's let Mary go for real. Well, no, he just wants Mary to go away on her own.
Mm.
Uh, CBQ says, I think they outright said we don't need more babies around here. I believe that's what Robin is holding on to. She decided if you're not going to accept my babies, then I'll take your father. Lena,
Mm.
Alina agrees with Ryan. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. But they're making her delusional, and it's sad. True.
Mm.
Lena says that's not true. CBQ, they were upset with the first child, not with the second. And even Robin was happy with their reaction to the second baby. That point is objectively false.
Oh, so it
Um,
was the first one because they had
it was
just
the
gotten
first
to
one.
Vegas. Yeah, they had just gotten to
Right.
Vegas.
Lena says, and prior to her having any of these babies, she will still have had her children separate from the others. So this problem didn't start with her kids. She's pretending it did. I agree with that.
She
Uh,
separated her children from the beginning.
mm-hmm. Ryan says, I'm sorry, I can't be mad at teenagers being disappointed there's another baby in the family when they have been parentified and taken are the little since they were 8, 9 years old. Right, because see
Mm.
that when a new baby comes, that's a kind of a natural reaction, I think, in most families. But in their
Mm.
situation, they knew they was gonna be babysitting.
Yeah. And we
And
even heard
then
McKelty say it. She said, quite honestly, Avalon is going to be ignored because there's two boys now.
right. And then CBQ says, okay, it was the first shot, but Robinson holds that against them.
Again, Robin needs to be an adult.
And let's see. Lena says, I don't think that means they're together though, Debbie. I think that means that Janelle's just not a terrible person like Cody, to be honest.
I don't know. I think that they'll work together behind the scenes to get a common goal. Like money is a big
Right.
influencer.
Yes. Lena is with Ryan. Oops, sorry about that.
Mhm.
Lena says they also had just moved and still didn't have houses. So like what we
Yeah.
gonna do? Probably not about the kids, and her as an adult should have known that. But see, she was looking for any way to separate Cody from his family. That's just the way I took it. She was going to hold on to anything that would cause division.
Robin really thought she was bringing the second coming of Jesus when she was giving birth to these children. I don't care.
That girl says they need to sue the pants off Cody and Robin.
Mhm.
Uh, Ryan says, "Yes, Lena, that was a lot of changes for those kids in a short period of time. It was
Mhm.
that was a lot."
None of
And
those
where we
kids wanted to move.
no, I think that they will, but I don't think they are yet to clarify the working together thing. Okay, so Lena's
Mhm.
saying, I think she thinks they will, but she doesn't think they are yet. Okay, I gotcha.
Well, in order to take down Cody and Robin, they need to be a unifying force to go after him. Sorry, they just do because they're not the legal wife. Hmm. She didn't separate Cody from the rest of the kids because she was mad how they treat her kids. She separated her kids from Cody's kids so that she could get Cody. Ooh.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Robin was
Mm-hmm.
going to use anything she could as a wedge. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever was handy, she was going to use.
The way she was crying, like this isn't exactly what she wanted, is annoying. Robin crying is always annoying because I have yet to see any water come down her face.
Right. Now, I do want to talk about the dynamic with McKelty,
Mm-hmm.
Tony, Robin, Christine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Christine, I agree with what she's doing. She understands that
Mm-hmm.
McKelty has a relationship with Robin, a good relationship. She's not trying to, um, you know, step on that. She's thoughtful. Come on down, McKelty. Once you hear, please come. Now, you take what Christine is saying and contrast it against what Robin is saying. Robin is painting this picture of, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how the dynamic with me and Christine are. There's like a lot of hurt with the relationship where it stands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go because McKelty wants me there, and I'm just gonna do the best I can. I'm like, what? Like, you're really acting like Christine is not welcome you into the birth. And she has said since what the last 2 or 3 seasons, whenever McKelty has children, Robin's going to be there. I know that. I'm fine with it. It's what McKelty wants. They have a great relationship, blah, blah, blah. Robin will take anything that's in her favor and twist it to make it seem like someone's going against her, and that's not the case. And I'm glad production is showing that. And if have you noticed that the contrasting clips have come closer together in the episodes
Mm-hmm.
versus they're not like spaced out like they used to be. Like they put those clips pretty much back to back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think because the clips are going rapid fire, they need to squeeze it in there somewhere. But I felt like Robin's attitude towards this, she was dropping like not even subtle. She was just being shady as fuck. I held Archer first. Um I get to stay first and take care of the children 24/7. We don't ever see you take care of your kids cuz you always got a nanny. So why are you going to take care of somebody else's kids? And she gets to bond first, and then Tony's mother, and then I guess, Christine could come in afterwards and figure out.
No, she said I'm gonna be here. It's good that I'm here because I'm going to be able to help out with the twins. We're going to have our bonding time. And then when I leave, I get to pass the baton off to Christine. And she'll get her bonding time with the twins. Blah, 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 blah. And then it's great that Tony's mother, who's in St. George, is really close. So then she'll get her bonding time. I'm like, oh, this is just really weird because Christine is not even stunting on you. Like Christine's like, you're welcome here. Like literally, you're welcome here because McKelty wants you here.
Yeah, she's like, whatever McKelty wants, McKelty gets. Period. And I did like Christine talking, like everything she was focused on was like her child and like her coming out of this okay. Like she had never
Right.
experienced a C-section. Like, she like when she was talking about going to the theater, the the operating room. And her feelings as a mother and it all being out of her control,
Mm-hmm.
and how she was even grateful that Aspen and Robin were there because she had no power over the situation. I thought that was very touching. But hearing Robin's thought process on it was irritating. And I know I'm biased. I get it. I know I'm biased. But it wasn't, to me, it didn't sound like a mother. Robin is a mom, but she never talks like a mom.
Mm.
What is Ryan speaking on? Wait. Okay, hold on. Is it this? And Cody couldn't be away from her kids for a few days for his other wives, but she can be away from them for 2 weeks. Make it make sense.
Okay,
Okay.
so who mentioned that? Janelle is part of the parenting thing. Which
Mm-hmm.
when Cody was talking about how Ariella, when he would try to go visit Janelle, she would cling on to his leg. And he's like, Ari, I gotta go, blah blah blah. I have other kids who
Mm-hmm.
need me.
Mm-hmm.
And Robin would tell him, like, well, Cody, she wants to be around her daddy, and you need to take 5 minutes to explain this to her. I'm like, okay, weird. And Robin said, like, it's never, our children have never been the reason why, he couldn't go to his other wife's house. But then you go to Janelle, and she says, like, it's kind of weird that he couldn't be away from her kids more than 3 or 4 days at a time. I was like, wow.
Um, okay. Hi, since you didn't know, I love your name. That's so cute. Everybody has really creative names and we don't. But Sense says, I just clicked on you and I'm sorry I don't know your names, but girl, I totally agree with you about Tony. Can't stand him. He meant McKelty because she was on TV, not organically at all. I didn't know that. And welcome to our little tribe. I hope you like us enough to subscribe and join our tribe here, where we talk about mostly like TLC garbage that they put on the TV for us to indulge in. But Sister Wives is a favorite of ours. So join the tribe, subscribe, and please hit the like button. We really appreciate it. Welcome. Everybody, welcome Sense to our little crew. I was talking about Robin being at McKelty's birth, making it weird where Christine was being mature. Yes,
Yes.
Robin doesn't come across as a like. Okay, so I judge these people like how I was raised by my mother, single parent. I only have a mother to base on. I don't have nothing regarding a father.
Same.
Um, so like I can compare even Mary, well, her anger issues, because my mama had anger issues too, but mostly from my brother, not from me, because I was an angel. But I can see pieces of my mom
Okay,
in the
so Debbie,
OG
move to the
three.
left. Move to the
Mm?
left, okay? Move to the left on that because lightning might strike you where you stand by saying that. But
Shut
okay.
up, leave me alone. I don't believe in that.
Just say it. I'm trying to help you
But
out.
no, but honestly, like the OG3, their first priority was the children. Even when Janelle said that that was bad parenting on Robin's part, it was because in their type of family with a bunch of single moms, the
Right.
mothers had to do that explanation for the kids because
And she
all
said
of them
that.
went through that. Not
Right.
just Robin's kids, but Robin was putting it on Cody, telling him, you need to take 5 minutes and explain to your daughter why you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, that's your job as a plural mom, a single mom, to explain to your kids why they daddy not there. I'm just saying.
And also, it was interesting because you look at Mary, Janelle, and Christine. They were, for the most part, they were all, like you said, they're single moms but married. The father's
Mm-hmm.
definitely in the picture. and they liked their independence, and they had an understanding. Those three had an understanding of what the life was to be. Now you bring in
Mhm.
Robin. See, the thing with Robin is Robin came in with a plan and an expectation. She came in with
Mhm.
a plan to snag a husband. She came
Mhm.
with a plan to get out of financial hell, and she had a plan to live way better than she was living before. Those
Mhm.
were her plans, and she executed them all. But what's happening now is that the seeds that she's sown have come to bear, and she can't handle it. So now she's spinning because now she's looking around like, what happened?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's where I'm looking at it. She like I said, like they were all single parents pretty much. I like your analogy, but she was to make sure that she wasn't going to be like they were. And that goes back to what
Mhm.
you guys were saying, you and the chat. They were like, Robin just thought she was better than everybody else. Robin thought she deserved way better than the three that came before her. And she's always acted that way.
But listen, I'm not letting this go. Robin had a monogamous marriage as her first marriage. Robin says she grew up in polygamy, but her mother was that outside bitch. And her mother taught her well. And she came into this polygamous family and had a monogamous relationship with this man and turned him
Mhm.
against his other wives.
Right. And I'm not sure where it is. I'm going to have to find it. But did anyone else see the clips or the interview with Robin before the show about how Christine actually pitched the show to TLC? And Robin wasn't even in the picture. Robin like hunted Cody down. She wasn't even
Because
a part of the original cast.
the rumor was going around because Christine used to go and do all of these panels, and she
Yes,
knew the producer that she
that's what it
originally
was.
pitched the idea to,
Hmm.
and that's how this all came about. And Robin must have heard about that through the church grapevine because they had the book that came out, and they had pitched the deal for the TV show. So all of this was coming together for them, and it was an issue in the community because they were bringing this out to the light.
Right.
So she targeted him.
She did.
Dumb,
I
stupid.
need to find that and I know we talked about
Mhm.
it last year, but this conversation just brought reminded me. I need to try to find where that clip is or where that interview is because I mean, when I heard,
Mhm.
I'm like, she did what? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. So the deal pretty much came first, and then Robin jumped on. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, so since you didn't know, says she saw it too, or they saw it too. Sorry.
Got it. Okay, I need to find it then.
Um, Thank you, since I love Pop Sight. I like him. Um, and Allison, his wife name is Allison, I think. I like her too, especially when she sit there with her mouth open.
Now we do have to go back to the event.
Uh huh.
Janelle was a mess because she's like, yeah, Christy and I sat together. Mary was somewhere, and Cody and Robin was somewhere in the back. And then Cody was to come on and say, like, yeah, we was sitting in the back because probably for our protection. Wasn't nobody dealing with you because Janelle's like, we didn't speak.
Don't
She's like,
forget,
go ahead.
Christine said last time she spoke with Michelle, the bride, they didn't think Cody was coming.
Exactly.
So when you're a late RSVP or you show up without RSVPing, you get put at that table for the strays that's all the way in the back. And there's no, like, you're at a wedding. You don't have to stay at the table unless Robin
Right.
make you stay at the table. If you're Cody Brown, you get up and you start doing your buffoon dance.
Yes. Yes, Lena. He said that while he was trying to remeasure a Coyote Pass.
You know that they can do that with like online. Like you don't have to go out there with a nail and a piece of string. Like, does he know that?
Oh, he just did that to show that he's doing something. That's all.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but I, Cody focused too much on himself and not made it about his son's wedding.
Right.
Y'all could have stayed home. And did Robin bring her kids to the event?
I, from what I recall, I don't think they did because she said, "I don't want." What's his name? Simon Saul. It's an S. S and Ari.
Solomon.
Solomon. Thank you. I knew it was an
Mhm.
S. Solomon and Ari. She didn't think they needed to be there because she didn't want them to be involved in like the tension and the
What's the
drama.
excuse for the older bitches?
She's like they shouldn't be involved in the parents like arguments.
Then tell your child, stop speaking in front of her, the littlest one, so that
Right.
she's coming out of her mouth saying that she hate one of the moms. That's not her place. She would have been popped in the mouth if that was my mother. Sorry.
Robin's kids didn't go.
And again, that's part of the separation.
Right.
Robin does that on purpose. There's no reason why the older girls in Dayton couldn't come, considering they're adults.
But the thing is though, Deb, we also have to realize had the kids gone, she could no longer say my kids weren't included. She,
But it
she
also proves that she's the one who's keeping them separate.
correct.
Because Logan, out of all of the kids, Logan is the oldest, the actual father of all of these kids. And I mean, like, not biological, but the father figure for all of these kids.
Hmm.
You know, he would have invited everybody.
Exactly.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And Christine, the thing is with Christine and Janelle, they don't exclude people. They want everyone to come and enjoy themselves, have a good time. They don't want anyone to feel awkward or like pushed out. It's
Mm-hmm.
Robin who keeps them that way to fit her narrative.
I don't know. I don't know. Robin's daughters. Robin's daughters were there. They were the big ones. Mm-mm. They
Oh,
were
the
sitting next
ones.
to Robin at the ceremony. Oh, so they did go.
Oh,
So why is she saying that? That you see, this proves the point. Logan is the most adult out of all of these bitches, and they invited them. Like she needs to stop lying to us on this show. I mean, Robin. Robin needs to stop lying about her kids not being involved in anything. She needs to stop lying. And Tia, we need to get some pictures of that. It would be disappointing to her if I were Logan, hearing Cody making the wedding about himself, or even threatening not to come. You're my fucking sperm donor, and you don't want to come to my wedding? No wonder why I don't talk to your bitch ass. God, Dayton and the youngest didn't through right. What? Oh, they didn't go. Mm. Uh, you mean the sperm donor? Oh my god. Correct, Ryan. To me, father equal DNA test. Dad, who was there. I agree. I agree. Um. The two look like just alike. Robin mean mugging.
hmm.
Oh, okay.
I
So I
gotcha.
don't know their names. I don't know their names, but them two older girls,
Yeah.
who Heidi feels are going to be sold into polygamy soon. Well, she thinks one of them is going to Cody, which is like kind of gross. I couldn't watch it if that was going to happen.
That would just be too odd. And,
Mm-mm.
and let's be completely honest here. they can't afford for Cody to marry her daughters because they don't have no money. I mean, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
there's no earning potential there, so they can't afford that.
Unless he's planning to get rid of Robin in the full sense of the term and get back control of her 50% through the children. I don't know. Aurora and Brianna. Thank you, Lena. I know I'm going to the first version. Oh. Okay. What else happened in this episode? She had her babies, yay. Logan and Michelle got married, Mazel Tov. Cody talking about civil wars. What is he? What goes through his head?
Nothing, which is the problem.
Robin, Robin still like. Why did she have to say that Gabe came up to her and gave her a hug and said that he loved her? Why did the child have to be more of an adult than you? Why couldn't you go up to these children that you said you never needed an apology from, that did nothing to you, but you couldn't go up to them with the first
But here,
olive branch?
I was trying to figure out which Gabe she meant. I, I'm like, what? I'm like, not Janelle's Gabe. Are you serious? Okay, if you say so.
I'm just gonna go with that one.
I need bean footage for I believe that one. Sorry.
She could talk all she want to talk because she know that the cameras wasn't at this event. So that's why
Right.
she coming on here telling us these stories. Uh okay, I'm with you, Tracy. I'm picking up what you're putting down. LOL. The already brainwashed ones were allowed to come, but the ones still in progress were out. Oh child. Robin will dump his ass. She is
Yep.
like those women who want someone else's man. Now she's got him and the thrill is gone. Thank you, Tessa. Ryan says that stage Jenga game on the family game night. Oh my god. Who plays Jenga on the carpet on a book? And Cody was like, this isn't about me, so I don't want to play. Oh my god. You need to play Jenga on a table, not the floor. Yeah. Laugh my ass off at the caramel apples on the silver tray. The lies you tell, Cody Brown. You saw the smallest piece of caramel apple that she was cutting up, though. She couldn't even give everybody a caramel apple. Or am I just a
Right.
pig who expects my own caramel apple? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I would expect my own apple too.
She was cutting them up into like micro doses. Like, oh my god, absolutely
But
Ryan
didn't she do
Rounds.
that?
You know
Wait a
damn
minute, didn't
well
she
that
do that with the
bullshit was
chicken
fake.
though? Didn't she do that with
Yes, she
Yeah.
only
Okay.
cooked like 5 pieces of chicken for 19 people and started cutting it up. Don't touch my chicken. Oh my god. Somebody on Sarah's live said those were Miss Printable's apples from QVC, so expensive. I wouldn't doubt it because I was thinking the same thing. But you know, you can get them from the TJ Maxx and the Marshalls too. Sometimes in the holidays, you can get them from Ross, but they look
Mm.
kind of busted by the time they get to Ross.
Right. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I was like, nah, I'll let Debbie say it.
Don't worry, that's what I'm here for. Cody didn't know the rules to Jenga, a game even 5-year-olds play. Yes, I said microdoses. That was small. Like I'm thinking about, okay, I must be a pig. I must be a pig. But I want my own apple on my own stick.
But here's the thing, though, with a caramel apple, the only time you would ever cut up a caramel apple, in my opinion, is if you have bought a whole bunch of apples and you're using them as like snacks, like where you cut them up and you put them on the tray and pass them around. That's the only, to me, that's the only time you cut up a caramel apple. But if it's just like the six of you, everyone can get their own apple. Sorry.
No. Everybody get apple. We not cutting shit up because when you cut into it, all of the caramel on the outside could come off.
No, no. What I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm saying that's why I said the only time you would ever cut an apple that way if it's at a party, like for kids and stuff like that. You do that for children. So I wasn't trying to say kids, but at a child's party, that's the time you would cut up a caramel apple.
No, I'm not. No, they go ahead and choke on that shit.
Okay, so as you guys can see, I am more about child safety than some people because
Because especially the red, I love the red, the candied apple.
the
That's my
candied apples,
favorite.
the candied apples, yes.
And like you cutting into, even when you biting into it, you're fracturing the crystallized sugar. And like you got to pick it up off of your shirt and put it in your mouth. Because yes, I am a pig. Um, I no, I don't want to waste any of the yumminess. Dag, y'all making me want a caramel apple now. SpongeBob SquarePants, y'all eating them apple? Yes. I'm not buying any produce from TJ Maxx or Ross. I'm just saying where they're located. I'm just saying that I saw them in the food aisles looking busted.
But to be fair,
Uh,
Robin doesn't like feeding any other kids but her own.
she don't even like feeding her own kids apparently with them little mini bites of apple with all of the caramel flicked off.
Mm.
But Robin knows how to budget better and has better priorities with her damn 5 carat
Oh,
caramel
what?
apples than ish.
She's learned so much from her early years. So
Most people
much.
get the apple. Thank you.
I'm not
That
arguing with
girl
you.
are pigs. Yes. Let's see. Me too. Give me my own apple. Mm. She knows how to ration her bougie snack
Yes, she does.
that she got from the TJ Maxx because we know she like going to the mall to TJ Maxx. Um, I better get my own apple. Period. I don't care. That's right. Not a pig, Debbie. Just correct. Oh, thank you, love. I don't want her apple. I want an orange. Oh my God. We're going to get you an orange. We're going to get you an orange. Anything. Okay, so Cody freaked me out when he said this. He says that the whole wedding was sad for him. He says um that those who were his once were his partners were almost like his enemies. You couldn't put that aside for one day. One day. One day. It's not about you, Cody. Christine came to another epiphany this episode. Christine says that separation and divorces are harder than she thought. That's because you skipped away with your equity.
Right.
Found
Well,
you some new dick.
well, you know what it was? Let's be completely honest. She formulated her plan. She had been working on her plan this for years. And then once she finally got confirmation,
Mm-hmm.
she just put his stuff in the garage, said, "Come get your mess, leave my house." And I'm going
Mm-hmm.
and see. Here's the thing: what Christine did though. Christine
Mm-hmm.
left no room for error because remember, he had to put, like you said last episode, he had to take his name off her house and put it on Robin's to secure it for
Mm-hmm.
Robin, right? She said, "Okay, cool. I'll just make all the payments." That was part of her plan.
But she was
So
making the payments even when his name was on the
right,
house.
but it made it easier, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it was really easy for her to
Mm-hmm.
tell them, not give them options. She told them what they were going to do, how it was going to be done, and she took her money and left. You know
Aw,
what?
you're welcome. Everybody's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Okay, so go ahead.
so Christine's perspective, she was able to do everything she wanted to do on her terms. So when she's looking at on the outside, looking at Janelle, looking at Mary, she's not really she's not in that mindset of like everything's entangled. She
Mm-hmm.
knows it is, but for
Mm-hmm.
her, she's like, okay, y'all just do this, and
Mhm.
we can get this. We can get you moving. So that's why for her, she's like, damn, mine went kind of quick. I just told them what I was doing. No, in her mind, I just put his shit in the garage. Told him it's over. Told him no, I can't stand you. Told him I'm selling my damn house. Told him, oh, by the way, you're gonna take the land. I'm taking the money out of my house. And by the way, I'm moving back to Utah where I wanted to do in the first place. Toodles. She set all the terms, and they couldn't do anything about it. It's different with Janelle and Mary. It's different.
Yeah. Hey, Steven. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is where Cody has his epiphany. He said that when Christine threw his stuff into the garage, it felt like a betrayal. He's looking back and he thinks that it was stupid of him. If they had just broken up as friends, it wouldn't have been. It would have been better for the whole family. Um, I couldn't believe that he's now admitting that he started the polarization in this family. He started it. Cody's also saying that he and Mary have officially broken up. So now it's official that he said
It's
it.
official.
It's official. Um, if they were single, would he date her? No. She's upset that it's been drawn out so long, and he doesn't blame her because you did it. He's now in a triple breakup. He doesn't want Mary to be in the situation to take the same direction that Christine and Janelle have. So he's gonna ask if they could be friends and move on. He says Janelle and him don't communicate very much. He doesn't understand why they can't reconcile. Like, that was a whole mishmash of thoughts. Like, can you imagine like listening to Cody's thought process
No, it's too long and too wrong.
and convoluted and going down rabbit holes and not making sense? Like, I imagine him like on uppers. That's what it's like in his brain. Honestly, just ridiculous. Um, let's see what else would happen. Oh, Cody's comments about his family with Robin. Cody says that he has a family in his house with his kids and Robin. He says that they do stuff with the games, but it's usually with guitars and music. He says that they have a nice family experience almost perpetually. Like, what? Who's teaching him these big words that he's using in the wrong context? And when did they become the Van Trapp family? And have we ever seen any sort of musical inclination out of any of these heifers in the McMansion?
Oh, you're so crazy for that. I'm tired of those big words. Oh,
It's like he get a word a day in his inbox and he tries to figure out how to use it.
not
Oh
when did
my
they
God.
come to why not when did they come the Von Trapp family? I can't stand you.
But that's what it sounded like to me. I was like, when did these bitches ever learn how to play a harmonica? What? Where's the
Oh,
recorder? I,
Sense says Claude, you must be friends with Mary's money. Exactly.
mm. But Mary, if anything, is a smart businesswoman, and she is not investing in anything without an ROI.
Right. Let's
Mm-mm.
see. Oh yes. Um. So then, why didn't we see the guitars? Right.
We done seen everything else, like all the ATV equipment, all of that crap that y'all got in there. I ain't never once seen a guitar. Can Cody play music? I know he can't carry a tune, like he can't dance to a beat, so I doubt he can carry a tune. I'm just saying, I don't know. You need to read the definition on word of the day calendars before using the words. Oh.
That is true.
um. Okay. Uh, Robin bout floored me when she said this. She said the two youngest children aren't really tracking what's happening. Yes, they are.
Because you're
Because
okay. No, they're not track. With okay, I'm gonna jump in real quick. No,
mhm,
they're not tracking what's going on. They're just going by what you say in front of them. Next.
they're tracking enough to make smart ass comments about how they hate a mom when they should be respecting a mom. Just saying, a child shouldn't be speaking like that about an adult unless they did something that was, interfering with them. Then yeah. Let's see. They weren't tracking what's happening. They had to go through COVID to prep them for what's happening now. She wonders if she should remind them about their siblings and show them pictures because that's going to create a question of where are my siblings? Why aren't they seeing me? Why don't they send me a birthday card? Why aren't they here for my party? Where are they? Okay, I had so many issues with this. First of all, these kids have siblings, and shame on you for not keeping pictures up and keeping those children in the loop of who their siblings are, whether they like them or not. Period. Robin, again, I go back to Janelle. Bad parenting. Bad parenting. Then she's like, why that her kids are gonna ask, why aren't they sending me birthday cards? Why aren't they coming to my party? Like, how self-centered are your children? Oh wait, they're just like you.
But here's the whole thing, though. I don't think if they're not tracking what's going on with the family, why would they be asking where's my birthday cards, where are my siblings? If they're not tracking anything, just
Mm-hmm.
just asking a question.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But this shows Robin's lies. It shows Robin's lies, and it shows her bad parenting. How do these kids not know they have siblings? You don't put up any pictures other than the reconfigured, reimagined history that you have with just Cody. This goes back to that painting that she drew replacing her whose painting was it? She put her kids and Cody in it. And I don't know who she replaced to put Cody in it. And I was just like, Cody wasn't there for the first three kids when they was babies. Like,
Right.
that's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Since you thought that too, thank God. Thank God. Um, a good mother would get. Oh my gosh. Uh, okay, yeah. Here's the answer, Robin. Your siblings are adults and out of the home. They love you, but they have their own kids and lives to lead, so they can't always be here. But you can pick up the phone, child, and you can send them a text or you can call them whenever you want. A good mother would give. I thought exactly. Um, my two kids live in different homes, and you never know it when they get together because of how much they love each other and how connected we keep them. Yes, yes. Christine's kids and Janelle's kids. All of them kids are scattered all over, but yet they always know where home is, and they always hello the group chat. Robin's oldest kids don't know how to operate in a group chat.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm. It's exposing all that with Robin. Yup. She replaced Christine and her kids in a picture with Cody with her own kids. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was creepy as fuck. Really was. There isn't room on the walls for any pics of siblings with all those reprints on it. Oh, since that's Christy's photo with her kids. Oh my God. Thank you, Tessa. Like, so weird. So weird. Janelle says with Robin, there was always a separation. Mary says when Robin came into the family, there was a lot of tension and conflict because whenever someone new comes into the family, that's what happens. Thank you, Mary. Sounds like someone who recruited all these bitches. I'm just saying. You know, I always think she's like director of HR.
Stop it. I want you got a finder's fee.
Yeah, from TLC.
Shut up.
For bringing in the gift that keeps on giving. Robin. Both orally and anally. Ask Cody. Um, Robin said that Mary was very accepting of her and her kids. The rest of the family had a hard time. That's because they had the most kids. Stupid. Christine said that her kids didn't like going over to Robin's place because they saw that Robin and Cody were a couple and they didn't see that in Christine's house. Okay. Cody says Christine and him were always romantic at her house. Okay. He said when Robin came in, it didn't come as much it didn't come with as much struggle as it did 30 years ago. He said that the years of them coming together were just difficult before Robin. He said Ari said that she didn't like Christine. And Cody said, you don't know her well enough to say that. And she said that's what she felt, that you know, she left dad, so she didn't like her. And I was like, how does Ari know about this
Right.
if the parents are not talking in front of her? And then he turns around and says, don't talk about Christine. You don't know her. Why does she not know her?
Mm-hmm.
Why does she not know her? Then he turns and says in the confessional, but that was loyalty. So he's praising that type of
Mm-hmm.
misbehavior. Cody, you ain't a parent neither. And I think that you're even more emotionally immature than Ari is. And I was looking at them during that games event. Ari is Cody. She's an idiot, just like him. Sorry to be talking about other people's kids, but you put them on the TV and let them act stupid. So I'm going to say something about it. Janelle is talking about her kids. Oh, she said that she spoke to her kids and her kids understood that Cody was not always going to be there. Janelle says that her kids had to realize that okay.
So here's the thing. I'm
They
going back to
oh,
your
that he mismanaged the situation with Robin's
right.
children. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Ariella.
Mhm.
Here's the thing with that.
Mhm.
I find it interesting that Ariella always seems to be asking the right questions or questions beyond her years. And I say this because I'm going back to the first thing where she said, "Oh, she hates Christine." Then Robin said,
Mhm.
"Well, the thing is, and this is the telling here, right?"
Mhm.
She says that she didn't say don't you shouldn't say things like that. What she said was you don't know her well enough to say that. So you're trying to tells me like, oh, if Christine had been around and said and Ariella hated her, that'd be okay. So that's the first problem with that.
Mhm.
Now to compound the issue is why do you hate her or why do you feel that way?
Mhm.
Why wasn't the conversation stopped there? Why did you feel the need to ask that question? Problem number two.
Mhm.
Problem number three. She responds, Christine left dad. Okay, going back to the first thing. Ariella apparently doesn't know Christine. So she doesn't know Christine and hates Christine, but knows that her dad, Christine, left her dad.
It's
That's
not
very, to
making
me, that,
sense.
no, that's very telling just in that one snippet.
Mm-hmm. You joined a plural family and didn't explain to your kids what the setup with dad would be. Robin did that on purpose so that Cody would feel bad leaving because the kids threw fits. I think she also did that because she didn't understand what plural marriage is, and she didn't and she never got together with the other women to gain counsel. Because if you don't know, that's one thing. Ask a
Mhm.
question. How did y'all manage this? But she was too busy trying to be the favorite wife, making her home a vacation,
Right.
getting the anal lube, all of that. So I don't know. I don't know.
And well, the problem with Robin was she thought she was smarter than everybody else. And I say this
Mm-hmm.
because one, she stalked she stalked Cody to get on the show and to raise her elevation, to raise not her elevation, raise her standard of living. Okay, fine, whatever. What she did was she slid in to where Cody would come back and talk to her. And what she did was she took what he told her about the other women, and she adjusted herself to not do those things. She's like, okay, he doesn't like this, so I'm not gonna do that. This wife doesn't do this. I'm gonna do that. So she
Mm-hmm.
positioned herself so when the time came for them to pull the whole okey doke with, oh, in order to do X, Y, Z, Cody needs to like adopt my children, and to do
Mm-hmm.
that, we have to be legally married. So when all that came around, she had already positioned herself to be the model wife in Cody's eyes. But Robin,
Mm-hmm.
you played the short game. You didn't play the long game. Robin thought once she got to be a legal wife that the other three would just fall in line and be okay with it. Because in
Mm-hmm.
her mind, a legal wife means that she should get the best of the best, and that just comes with the title of legal wife, not really understanding that these three, while they all have their issues, and she prayed in my thought process is she prayed on those issues at the time, and the ladies were so like within their own issues that it allowed Robin free reign. But
Mm-hmm.
as their kids got older, and as those three, as they matured together, in my opinion, because Janelle and Christine were pretty much kind of pregnant together, I guess, and Christine raised the kids, so they formed their bond, and through their
Mm-hmm.
bond, they were able to work through their issues. So as they were working through their issues, things began to be more clear, and then you fast forward to like the panty era that
Mm-hmm.
really just showed all the machinations Robin was doing. It showed everything because they were separated,
Mm-hmm.
and you know them not being able to come together. They got to really sit and reflect, especially Christine. I think the panty helped Christine the most because she found herself not having to interact with Robin. And I think Robin was the crux of her issue. So when she was able to
Mm-hmm.
take a step back and see what's really going on and really hear what Cody was telling her, she was like, oh no, okay, we see how this is. Because before, Christine would have never asked him the direct questions, the hard questions. Now, but she felt strong enough with what she's seen, what she heard, to be calm enough to go to him and say, hey, what is this? And she said, I deserve better. That's the thing. She knew she deserved better, and that's where the dominoes start falling into place. That's just the way I'm seeing this play
Mm-hmm.
out in my mind. And now Robin realized, now that Christine left, because she never thought they would leave. The way the family was set up financially, I don't think Robin and Cody thought anyone would ever leave because they're so tied together. But once Christine realized what she could do and that only her name was on her assets, she had
Mm-hmm.
her out. She had her out. She had her plan. That's why she was able to throw Cody stuff out of her house because he had no standing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I'm seeing this play out. And it's
Yeah.
amazing to think is when you feel you're the smartest in the room and you're the smartest in whatever group you're in, you let your guard down. You underestimate people. I don't know how you could underestimate. I can see underestimating Christine, but Christine was hell bent on being a wife to Cody. So Robin had that in her favor. She had Christine's insecurities working in her to her advantage. But Christine would do anything to keep Cody at the time. Janelle was busy working and all doing all that stuff, and Janelle was in her haze and her fog of keeping the family together and making it work, and we're gonna do this, right? So she had
Mm-hmm.
that working for her as well. Then you have Mary. Mary was so desperate to be a wife to Cody in some way that she would kind of take any scraps he would give her. So Robin knew that, especially after the catfish situation, with Mary feeling
Mm-hmm.
guilty that it didn't work out. So Robin had that in her pocket. So each woman had their own issues that Robin could see, especially with Mary confiding in her. Double bad idea. So she had all of that working in her favor. But now, like I said, the fog is lifted, the haze is gone. Robin has
Mm-hmm.
no cards because all the cards she had in her hand, she only had them because others gave them to her. Sorry for the rant, but I had to get all that out because that was just my thought process along this situation.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. And we've had some really good comments in the chat. A lot of people agree with you as well. It's just sad. And then, like, Robin planned out all of this with no contingency. She never
Agree?
once worked in this family. You systematically excommunicated all of these wives from their husband and never thought about replacements to bring money back into the account. And you yourself was not contributing. You were the biggest drain on the family account.
Mm-hmm.
You came in with debt. You created more debt while you was there,
Mm-hmm.
and couldn't even put together a decent MLM. Oh my god.
Right? Where is Lena's comment really, really quick?
Mhm.
Where's it at? Okay. I think it's these two.
Mhm.
Okay. Oops, come on now. All right. So Lena says, I agree, Jamal. Oops.
Mhm.
She said, I agree, Jamal. Robin actively knew what Cody was doing to the other wives and wanted better, not because she deserved it, but because she wanted to be able to use her status against people in the family. Yes. And then
Mhm.
here, Robin set out to be the favorite wife. This is from Steven. Robin set out to be the favorite wife, and now she's bummed that she has him all to herself. I think she's going to divorce Cody and stick with him, sticking with child support and half his assets. Yes, this is the case of be careful what you wish for.
Mhm. But she wanted to be legal wife. She wanted to be favorite wife, but she thought that by remember they always said there's no head wife here, but all of them deferred to Mary because Mary was the head wife. She took away legal status from Mary and she thought automatically she was becoming head wife. And these three
Mm-hmm.
older women was looking at her like, "Who are you?"
Right.
No, they never, and that's part of her anger too against the other women because they never recognized her status.
Yes, I was gonna say that you took word you called it
They
exactly.
saw all of the chicanery she was doing and they never acknowledged her self-appointed status.
Mhm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes, Stephen.
Um,
Yes, Stephen. Exactly. Robin is sad to see those paychecks leave.
yep. Hi, Erica. the fact that Robin is still reflecting on the pandemic is bonkers. It's been years. Learn to course correct and adapt to current reality. She's stuck in the past. Yep. But they could also be asking her about the past too, since we're so far behind. So I'll give her a little grace on that. Shh, don't tell nobody. I'll give her a little grace on that. Yeah, and then the end of the episode was the babies coming, Mazel Tov. Um, that's about it. How many likes we have? How many likes? Did everybody click the like button? We really appreciate it. And I
I
can't
see
wait to see the
19.
comments. Yes. I can't wait
This
to see the comments.
and this went on longer than it should have. Sorry for the rant,
Mhm.
but sometimes it's interesting with this show, and I'm going to
Mhm.
preface this but now. I think what's going to happen is the way this show is put together, we're going to be going back to previous seasons to help us out because of the way they're putting it together and to see what they're saying now. Because some of the pieces for me, I'm like, oh, interesting. To me, right now, and I say this kind of lightly, kind of not, but right
Mhm.
now, Mary is the most intriguing person to me right now, simply because she's still coming out of her haze a little bit, and I want to see how her relationship with the other two, Janelle and Christine, plays out this season. I want to see if there's some thawing of the ice with, especially with Christine. I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Um, the only reason why I'm tolerating Mary, because Mary got fucking jokes. Mary got jokes.
Hmm.
And because she's gone to the elders or council or
The
wherever it is that
council,
they go, and that seemed to send Cody in a little tizzy.
right?
So I'm interested in seeing like what happens. Do they like burn the promise, or what do they do? Come down on him, sanction him?
But you know what? You know the thing with Cody is though, because remember, Christine is not really a believer in the faith anymore. So she
Mhm,
wasn't going to work. Because remember, she said, "I don't need a
mhm,
church to tell me when my marriage is over. Thank you." And then
mhm,
Janelle still believes in the faith.
mhm.
She's still in her faith, right? Mary's all like, you treated me poorly this many years. You don't want me. I want no ties of any sort with you. Toodles.
Yep. Why
And
would
that's
I
why
want to
he's
spend
mad.
eternity with you?
Right, because when she goes to the council, right, that officially
Mhm,
knocks him down a level because it's official. I think
mhm.
that's what he's like. Damn, I can't get there no more.
Well, he's gonna have to replace her.
Right, you better
He's
play
gonna have
my knee too. Sense says,
Oh,
"What's
yes, because remember, he showed that clip where if you do well with one wife, they give you another and another and another, and I've got 4.
oh?"
Yes.
Sense says, "What's funny is Cody got what he wanted, Robin got what he wanted, but the other three women are the ones who are now happy, and Cody and Robin are miserable."
And she got the nerve to stand up there in the preview and say, "I can't respect you, Cody." That's our line. Mm. I don't know, y'all. I hated this episode. I really do. I hated this episode. You wouldn't think that I did, but I did. I just want to get into 2023. I don't think it's too much to ask, but I know that we're going to spend like weeks on Christine meeting David, and unless we watching them fucking, I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, this is just horrible that we've already seen the wedding, but we haven't met him yet, or they're
Only
not married
TLC
yet.
could do us and this be the top rated show that it is, because all of us here sitting now watching this bullshit and we all know it line and verse. Ah. Doesn't she tell him she doesn't respect me? Yes, yes, Ryan, she does. I mean, I can't wait to see how that scene plays out. Does he understand what she's saying?
Right.
Mm. What context is she saying it in? Who are they referring to? What's going on? Next thing you know, we find out when we watch it next week is because he lost at Jenga and she's telling him, I just can't respect you anymore. It's just that type of show. Um, we're his way to glory. Okay. Mm. All right. So guys, next week, we have to shuffle up the schedule again. Sorry I didn't tell you yet, Jamal, but you knew I was gonna be traveling again.
Yeah.
Um, we'll do a double header on Friday. Because I think I get back early enough. So we will meet again on Friday. Just turn on your notifications, especially if you're new with us and have just subscribed. Turn on your notifications. I might schedule the shows a little bit earlier
Hmm.
because I'll have that flexibility.
Nice.
Okay, so guys, this was the episode. This was Sister Wives, season 19, episode 3. Am I my brother's keeper? Okay, so tomorrow we will be doing I Love a Mama's Boy. This is such a struggle watch for me. It's such a fucking struggle watch. But I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there because of Chris, Austin, and Charlene. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about
Oh,
anybody else.
I'm kind of with you on that one.
Oh my God. So, guys, bring your notes tomorrow and we'll go over that show. It'll be a quickie. It'll be
Yep.
like a quickie, something like what Cody gives Robin. It'll be a quickie. Um, Thank you, Sense. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Turn on your notification, love. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll bring all your jokes tomorrow to talk about that trash box show. Let's see. It's such a dumb show, but you'll see us tomorrow. Thank you. We love you, Steven. Okay, guys. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we are good to go.
All right, guys. Let me just get this started. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow.